I like it, man. You're repping DC, bro. You're like, before I do any of that MCU trash, I'm gonna rep my DC.
All right, so this is the
How
first
you doing,
look.
Chill, by the way, man? I hope you're good.
Yeah, how you doing, MCU fan?
I'm doing pretty okay. Hey, by the way, man, you should know this, third man. There's this time I was talking to you about Jonathan Majors, and you were nailed it because you were looking at the text messages that Stephanie was sharing, and you said this could be written in a way that'll look and play well in court, that she's trying to trap him into like responding or something. And you said you were never just, yeah, this sounds like what a victim would say. You were like, yeah, I can see both sides, but like consider this. So salute to you. And Nerman, that's in a 2-hour video. I don't expect you to watch 2 hours of video. I don't expect anyone to watch it, but people have been watching it and they love that video.
Oh, cool. What, the one I'm on?
Yeah, you have like a little 1 minute portion of the whole video, but it's a video where I take a compilation of like, well, here's what Onzo said, here's what this YouTuber said, and you have like a little bit. Yeah.
Put the link in the private chat.
Yeah,
put the link in the chat, in the private chat for the audience.
Killmonger is the only cool MCU fan I've ever known. So
there you go.
I'll give him that.
Even though he bad,
not like those. Not like that super wise and that Onzo clown.
Right.
You're killing me.
Always spreading misinformation.
Misinformation. That word, I hate that word. It makes me think about getting shots from the doctor and stuff.
All right, so My Adventure with Superman Season 2 is releasing. This is coming out faster than Invincible Season 2. Wow. Amazon Prime has all that money and can't even release a show in time, which is insane. They'll waste over $300 million into a trash Lord of the Rings TV show, but can't get an animated TV show done quickly like My Adventure with Superman Season 2. So I'm actually shocked.
Did you actually see that before we talk about it? Did you actually see the show, The Lord of the Rings?
I watched like 3 episodes and got bored. I mean, I wish the show was about the black elf dude, but I got bored because he wasn't obviously in it enough.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this: I don't think it was half as bad as people were making out, but
it was just
I did get bored. But I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but it seemed very on what do you call it? I think Lord of the Rings, the 3 movies, are fucking great. I really do. But like, I'm not into that lore. I don't care about these characters that much. But and I certainly I just like to skip to the 3rd one. Basically, usually when I'm doing Lord of the Rings, I'm like, I'll just skip to the 3rd one with the action. It's cool. But it seemed on brand.
Sharing, 1 second, I'm stream sharing to my audience. We're over on ssjk-dots Sanctum. We're doing a DC talk about My Adventures with Superman. They're gonna try to convince me to like it and watch it. Just saying. Sorry, continue your sentence.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's do the Superman thing. But it's. I was just saying it seemed on brand that show.
So just to get the talk out of the way until we get into trashing X-Men 97 episode 6. This is a clip from season 2 of Superman and Lois. Not Superman and Lois. My Adventure with Superman season 2. I'm shocked with how rapidly they're getting this season out. But from what I've heard, they already was doing season 1 and 2 at the same time. So let's go ahead and just look at this clip real quick and see what they got cooking for us.
Hello! Revenge you. There is another like you. We are running out of time. Hello!
Alright. Alright. So let me play it one more time.
There is another like you. We are running out of time.
It was a good tease.
So that's the clip. Supergirl's coming. But I want to ask you guys this. We know they made Jimmy in the show black. They made Lois an Asian woman. What do you guys think Supergirl would be?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing. I'm just saying. No. I wouldn't be shocked. So what is she going to be?
Yeah, it's the world we live in, right?
cheeky and a afro and just like a boombox and just like straight up, just to get like on Chillmonger's nerves, bro. I wanted to have all of them and a wheelchair.
No,
wait, this is perfect right here.
Exactly. Look at that. Look at that black beauty.
I'm not saying this is not a beautiful character, and I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that if you take that exact costume, instead of blue, you just make it, let's say, pink, right? Change the logo from a super S, or Hope, whatever it stands for. Change that logo to another logo, and you have a character who looks beautiful, and she's not temporary. She's not only here for this iteration of the cartoon, but we'll return to the original looking one. Race swapping is never the solution to the long-term underrepresentation issue in our media.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this personally. Well, I don't.
Why did you just do like you did a mic drop there? I don't even understand.
I will say this.
It's not supposed to be a permanent solution. It's supposed to be a short-term solution while we have a longer-term solution in the back of our minds as well. Surely.
Who's the long-term solution? Like Static Shock?
The long-term solution is to have more black creators like you and me writing, doing stuff, and creating epic black characters. That's what the long-term solution is.
And I'll say that
because white people ain't going to do it.
Clearly. And I'll say this in regards to what Chillmonger said. And this is how I always am with a lot of these things. Like, for example, the MCU is about to do it. Now some news did come out saying that they're going to have the male Silver Surfer also in the movie alongside this thing.
What?
But it's like, I was a rumor I was hearing. I'm not saying it's true. I was hearing also the male Silver Surfer, the OG, will be in it too. But
I just want the female one.
When they first released the news, right? Which we know Marvel pushed it out themselves and had all these publishers and stuff like, okay, push the news out now. They wanted to put that out there. But it's like, nobody asked for that shit. I'm not saying you can't have it, but when people ask for Silver Surfer, they mean Silver Surfer. When a motherfucker asks for Batman, they mean Bruce Wayne Batman. When somebody asks for Wolverine, we mean Logan. When someone asks for fucking Professor X, we're not asking for Mrs. X or Brother X, Professor fucking X. I'm just saying.
Listen,
for the first time, do it right and do it on point. And then after that, then do what you need to. But do it right the first time.
Well, exactly. So we've had many Professor X's, we've had many Supergirls, right. So that goes against your thesis because they can.
I think so far we've had enough good Professor X's with Ian,
right,
Patrick Stewart, and who's that? James McAvoy.
James
McAvoy. Both good Professor X's. They was in some shitty movies, but they were the standouts of those shitty ass movies. Now, if they do a black Professor X now, well, no, I still want to see a white Professor X in the MCU, personally.
But look at what you're talking about. You just had an epic scene from a new Superman, Adventures of Superman show, which is a good show by all standards.
We got Supergirl
coming. It's been fun. It's got Superman, right? It's added some anime influence as well. So it's a cool show. And all you're talking about is the race of somebody in the thing. And secondly, you guys deserve this Silver Surfer turning her into a woman, because this is what I've been talking about. Facts. Why are you complaining about every single character that comes out when they change the race? When some of it doesn't matter. Deadshot, it doesn't matter if he's fucking black or white. That shit does not matter. You don't need to be complaining about that stuff. You need to save it for when they do something stupid, like turning the Silver Surfer, who's an iconic character. It's not just anybody. He's a fucking iconic character. When they do that shit to characters like that, that's when you need to come out and start saying yeah, this is bullshit. Not when they're doing it to fucking Ariel and crap like that doesn't even matter. That you don't even care about.
Let me show you how iconic Silver Surfer is. This video came out 7 years ago. This was by a guy named Jesse. He used to do popular prank videos. I remember the video.
Ooh.
Or dressed up as Silver Surfer.
Native whole body deal.
You guys, 7 years ago. Like near the early stages of the MCU and shit. And this video got 8.4 million views of a guy going around dressed up as Silver Surfer. Right?
From the preview, it looked good. So I'm happy we're watching these ads and getting this guy paid.
Oh, by the way,
you better not skip.
Did you hear my bars against Onsen? Chill.
No, I don't think I want to.
Look at that.
You heard them, man. You heard them. I know you commented on the video.
Hold on, I'm trying to appreciate this. This looks good.
You're trash, bro. I was going to ask you a quick question.
He's the man.
You must become far more than merely a man.
Look, people know it's Silver. Well, I assume most of them know it's Silver Surfer. It is New York. You know, New York is the home of Marvel. I assume these people. You know, this is like 7 years ago. 8.4 million views. People are going around Silver Surfer. Like
for Halloween.
No, this was him like doing this when they do like he even did a Back to the Future one where, you know, he was on the little hoverboard going around and stuff, and then
he's like the hoverboard is just his specialty, and he's just like throwing fictional characters that are hot with his technology.
But let me real quick thing I want to say regarding My Adventure Superman season 2. This season,
are the episodes out?
Huh?
Are there episodes out for season?
No. These are all season 1. These are all season 1, which I've seen all the episodes. Personally, I want to see less Deathstroke. I don't want to see too much of Deathstroke again. I think they inserted him a little bit too much in it. I'm not saying he's not a Superman villain. Deathstroke has, you know, he's a menace to a lot of people. If you pay him, he's going to come and confront them. But I want to see a little bit less of Deathstroke, more focus on more Superman-based villains within this show. You know, but they, they showed.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that was my one thing about the first season, and I get it. They're setting things up and whatever. But I want to see a Lex Luthor. I want to see. They did have Lex Luthor. I think Lex Luthor's that scientist.
He showed up in episode 4.
Yeah, but I want to see Brainiac. You know, I want to see Metallo and those kind of guys. Like, I want to see them do their versions because they're doing interesting versions of the villains, but they're not the iconic villains of Superman. They're more like, B tier villains of Superman. So yeah, that's what will be interesting for me. What was that? Was that Brainiac? That was a Brainiac thing.
It was a Kryptonian
the
ship.
symbol.
This was a new episode.
It's a new episode?
No. So this is the final episode of season 1. This is when he pushed back the Kryptonian ship that was trying to come into Earth.
Duh.
Yeah, dude, they could have had used Bloodsport, who is a real Superman. I agree. Bloodsport would have been a better person to put in Deathstroke's spot for the show as a mercenary hired by Waller. That's helping her. Well, Waller and Lois's dad, who's a general, that are trying to deal with Superman and find out. And because basically, in this show, years prior, the same time Superman showed up on this planet, the Kryptonian ship also showed up, and it caused a lot of damage. And Lois's dad was there, and they've been prepping to prevent something like this happening again.
Lois's dad died?
No. Lois's dad is a general in the show, but he's a villain. But we didn't know it was Lois's dad. So this is her dad, but we didn't know he was a villain until a couple episodes in. We didn't know he was her dad either.
I can't believe a show would do something like that. Usually they try to prop up government figures and military, she's a military brat, and we think that nicely of her. We think she's from a great family and whatnot, but they try something.
Well, in the show, supposedly she doesn't like her dad too much because he's very distant from the family and stuff. And military dads always fucking not doing shit with their kids. Shitty ass dads.
Wow.
Adnan Kabir said, "Wait, I'm gonna look. Some of them are shitty dads." Deathstroke was bad.
Of K-Dots did not necessarily represent the views of everyone on this panel.
I already read that. Diggs, what up to you, Chill? No good, I hope. No good, I hope.
I don't get that really. But I think, when people make jokes like that, you go, wait, did he just say that was one of those jokes?
Hey, well, I hope good things are happening to you, chill. But you guys are gonna go ahead and just move on from this topic. I just want to give my quick thoughts. My Adventure Superman season 2. I'm ready for it. Obviously, going to check it out, support it. Lois is looking fine as hell in the show, and I'm ready to see more fan art of Lois out of this TV show.
I want to ask it. I know you're trying to change the subject, but I want to ask an ignorant question. Remember how James Gunn said, "I'm going to make some of the animated shows be attached to the movies, be attached to the video games."
This isn't that. It's one of the Elseworld shows.
Is he discontinuing this at any time? Is this the final season? No,
this is not.
Because I know that
Suman and Lois is getting discontinued.
Yeah,
we found out that they're discontinuing it because Superman Legacy is coming out. They want to keep it centered on one Superman, which I disagree with. I think you can have both, just how you can have multiple Batmans at once. But we have to wait and see. But if they're going to put so many resources into one live action Superman to be this big icon for the next 10 years, I'm for it. If it rises Superman back up to where he needs to be, I'm for it.
Your boy,
if they're going to put all their resources, and if they're going to take David Cornsweet and put him in a Christmas special with a live action Christmas special on Max, all these different things, like get him really and get him in with the kids too. Even have a Halloween special for Superman, David Cornsweet on Max, be 30 minutes, something, because you need to get kids attached to him. You need to get preteens, teens, so many people attached to him, not just us adults that are still watching this stuff. Because I think your
boy James Gunn, he doesn't like the Dark Knight or the original Batman 89 and Batman Returns movies. Yeah, I don't trust that guy. I don't trust the guy.
Have you seen James Gunn's top five?
This is Dark Knight. This is the Dark Knight when he hasn't even made a better movie than the Dark Knight. I don't trust that guy.
But Nerdman, I trust the guy. I trust the guy that has Old Boy in his top 5 comic book movies. I trust the man who has Old Boy in his top 5 comic book movies.
Yeah, probably the American version.
No, he did the 2003 version, the only good version. James Gunn is a responsible man, dude. You gotta have some faith. Have some faith.
All he did with Rocket. Think of what he's gonna do.
Sure.
What he did with Rocket. Think of what he's gonna do with Crypto the Superdog. You're gonna feel so emotional when it comes to him.
He's out to make Crypto an actual character.
He doesn't even need to talk. I am Groot. They did with a tree. Watch what he does with a dog.
He's like bark, 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 bark. And I'm gonna start crying. I'm like, oh, Jeremy, thank you. All right, next thing.
What did you do?